All right, happy Friday, everybody. Welcome into the daily broadcast. It is Friday night prediction time, whether you're out at a Texas high school football game, on the road, or just sitting at home and finally getting in after I don't know if it was a long week or hard week or what. I hope it was a good week. But we're going to hang out for a little while. We're going to talk Texas Tech football. We're going to look at the most Texan thing you have done this week. And then we have bonus topic regarding one of America's national treasures when it comes to fine acting. Yeah, we do. So we're in the Arctic Air studios. The air is Arctic. If your air is not, you need to call the bear, callthebear.com. If you got somebody who's looking for a job in the HVAC industry and wants to go to work for a great company with even better people, tell them to call the bear. Arctic Air, callthebear.com. Do that. Now, winter is coming, and if you barely limped through the summer, winter going to do a bad thing to your heating and air conditioning unit. So just call them up, man. Tell Stacy, tell Shane we said hello. Brought to you in part as well tonight by Sideline Provisions. You find that at quarter four. What the hell is that? That's the old Cardinal Sports Center. New name, the same owners for the most part, same great Lubbock tradition. You want to look good, you need Sideline Provisions, owned and operated by great Red Raiders who understand what the double T means, and what the guns up means, and all that cool stuff. So get you some Sideline Provisions if you're coming into town this weekend for the game, or anytime you're coming in Lubbock, or you can go on the website at quarter four, go to Texas Tech, and you drop down, and there's going to be an area for Sideline Provisions. It's easy to do. The Shropshire Agency, awesome people. Jeff, great people. They've got a new product line. Look, it's so new, I've got it laminated. Now, they're an independent insurance agency, as you all know, celebrating over 60 years, I believe, now. They're offering now, go to their website, all right? Go to their website. They're at the Shropshire Agency. Home and all vehicle protection plans. These are not insurance plans. These are protection plans. They're inherently affordable. It could be a great thing for you and your family. Go check it out, all right? Go look. You get unexpected repairs, weird stuff happens. Your insurance is kind of wishy-washy on it. These home protection plans, they're legit. They're good. And like I said, they're really affordable. Don't take it from me. Just do your own due diligence. Go to the Shropshire Agency website in Lubbock. Check it out, see if it's right for you. United Supermarkets handles all of the communications, including Jacob right there on Twitter X. Our first one in on X tonight. Nicely done. And, of course, Craig also on Facebook. United Supermarkets, there's a supermarket chain in town that takes care of you, gets you ready for tailgating tomorrow, everything you need. I was in there today. I got Honey Crisp apples. Yes, I did. Cat food. We'll see if the cat makes its way in tonight. Then there's another store that sends your money down south. So, yeah. And, of course, all the Western wear brought to you by Boot City. We do have our boots on tonight. Our rank, no, what are we wearing tonight? Cinch jeans tonight. But we are repping. Here we go on a Friday. That's right. Check it out, everybody. The Double Deuce since 1989 in Jasper, Missouri. All right. Watch out, mijo. The talking box is on, says Craig. Jacob, greetings from X or not? Who knows if this works? It works, my friend. Look at that. It works. Jacob, right there. Craig, the talking box is on. There's only a handful of people that go back far enough on our daily broadcast that understand what we mean when we say the talking box is on, but it's on. And then there's Alan on our YouTube channel. So now we got Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. We're rocking and rolling. Cosmic Crisp apples are worth a sample on your next visit for provisions. I bought those accidentally one time, and they're pretty good. And I'm not a huge apple guy. But the wife is a Honey Crisp. Paul, have Cosmic Crisps on hand. You are a winner. There you go. And she slathers them up with peanut butter and eats them that way. That's cool. I can eat an apple every now and again. I don't know. I don't get into her apple supply. Let me put it that way. So we want your score predictions tonight for Texas Tech in Cincinnati. And I look at this game almost completely exactly the way I looked at last week's game. 100%. that I think I think the line's right. Tech favored by 3.5, depending on where you are. I think this is a field goal touchdown game. If you don't have turnovers, you get turnovers. You do what you did offensively last week. And I'll give you my score right now. I've got it 33-24. Texas Tech 33-24. If this game were at Cincinnati, we're talking a different story because there's still a vast difference in Joey McGuire teams in Lubbock and Joey McGuire teams away from Lubbock. And people have been talking about, well, you know, it's a blackout night game, all that stuff. But, look at his record. Well, look at who they played at night, all right? That factors into it a little bit. So I'm taking Texas Tech this week. I think that's a fair play. I think it's low 30s for the winner, mid 20s for the loser. They will slow play you. They'll slow play you more than Arizona State. They will slow play you. Talking about the Bearcats, that they don't want to be in a track meet by any estimation. And Tech necessarily shouldn't want to be in a track meet because we've seen the last couple of weeks when you slow down, you go fast. F the tempo, Zach. Just get the play call in quick. Let's figure it out at the line of scrimmage. They're going to hold you up anyways because they're going to allow them to substitute. So tempo is really a false flag anymore. That when people try to run tempo, if I'm a good defensive coach, I can kill tempo by subbing. I'll have a guy lay down and act like he's got cramps. So I think you end up hurting yourself more with tempo, getting out of sync than you do just a good tempo. Now, tempo is a word. Tempo neither means fast or slow. Tempo is a word. So let's say don't go fast. Don't go too fast. What was the old John Wooden line? Go quick, but don't hurry, something like that. We can do that. So I got a 33-24 Texas Tech. We'll get your thoughts tonight on that. And then we do have a great American actor we're going to celebrate at 6:45. I'll open the discussion on that. I'm worried that he's broke. I'm worried that he's out of money. I'm worried that something's going on with a national treasure. And we'll discuss that at 6:45 tonight on the broadcast. Craig, totally not sports related, but prayers for my stepdad, who's currently in hour 5 of quintuple bypass surgery in Fort Worth. We pray for strength and comfort for the family and the healing presence of Jesus Christ upon your father-in-law. Is it father-in-law? Stepdad. Sorry, stepdad. Absolutely, 100%. We go on awkwardly in a transition, some would say. The pool paramedic, which is a fascinating handle there on your YouTube channel, 38-35 Tech. I think that's a little high scoring. You could be dead on that, but I still think that's a little high scoring. We get to it at the end of the day. You guys jump in. Thanks to United Supermarkets. Your score predictions, thoughts on the game, what Tech's doing well right now. What do you think can translate? We can look at Cincinnati if you want to. And they're getting a lot of credit for boat racing Houston. Houston stinks. They're horrible. They're bad. The only close game they really played was against an OU team that we now know is fraudulent, that we now know is bad. So we throw that out. And then you got like Towson State. I mean, they don't have a resume. Houston, I don't think Houston could beat North Texas. I really don't. Really don't. Alan, throwing out, does your family need anything in, hold on a second. Try that again. Family need anything? Fort Worth happened to live there. So file that away. Thank you, Alan. Alan's good people. I've known him since he was knee-high to a very tall grasshopper. Craig goes 34-28 Tech. That's kind of in my 33-24 range. I think that's fair range on this one. CJ jumping out with a 35-17 Tech. And this is where I should say, if you want to pick Cincinnati, it's okay here. This is a safe space. We have intelligent discussions. I can absolutely 100% see Texas Tech losing this game. Why? Because it's a Big 12 game in 2024. And for the most part, the teams in this league, the separation is about yay much on any given day or night. And home field plays a huge role. I give you Kansas State and BYU, and I give you this game this week. So, I mean, if anybody is sitting there thinking, hey, I don't think Tech's going to win. I've watched Cincinnati a little bit. I've got concerns about this for Texas Tech. Truly, I do understand. 100% do understand. You're not going to be ripped or mocked or made fun of when you come in here on this show, at least on this show. I can't vouch for other shows, and have a cogent discussion. Because Cincinnati is a good football team. They're not a great football team, but you know what? Texas Tech is a good football team. They're not a great football team. So we, look at what we're doing well, what you're not doing well, what they will try to exploit against you. That's something there. Don't forget, in 5 minutes, we have a heartfelt discussion about an American national treasure that I'm afraid is broke. 35-17 Tech. Alan back on YouTube. Tech hasn't started 2-0 in conference in 11 years. Who was that head coach? That man. Cliff Kingsbury getting off to a 4-0 start. They're in the Big 12 Conference. And then the wheels fell off. McGuire's only been 3 games above 500 just once under McGuire. Cincy 37-27 proved me wrong, Tech. Every now and then Al likes to be a contrarian. I respect that. I was a contrarian last night. I gave you the Giants 5.5, 6 last night on this broadcast and other places. I totally handed you money. Now, of course, it took the Cowboys missing a 51-yard field goal that was a botched execution because of McCarthy and his inability to control clock. But we gave you that yesterday. 100% gave you that. So I'm not afraid to be contrarian a little bit. Everybody was on the Cowboys, the number of bets, and the money all lined up. And that told me, you know what? There was a guy on the phone. Hey, yeah, this is Vegas. We need the Giants. That's right. 5.5 under. Thanks. It does happen. No, I know it doesn't. I'm not saying that happens. No, that does not happen. There are no phone calls made. Nothing about that at all. No, that was just pure McCarthy screwing up game management. All right, let me make sure I'm not missing any good comments or anything. We're trying to work your comments in. We got a new feature here where we can bring them up on the screen. I hope you guys can see them, right? Right? When I bring a comment up, like I'm going to bring Craig back up here. So when I do that, you guys can see that whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, or on Twitter and X. And seriously, I want you to respond because we're working in some new technology here, and I want you guys to be able to see that, to reference that, and have good discussion. So everybody who's watching right now, particularly Twitter and X, but everybody else, let me know if you can see it when I put the comments up right there. I appreciate that. Jan, who's a great Red Raider, 38-31 Texas Tech. I'll take it. I will drive it like I stole it. I still think that's a little high scoring. I think Cincinnati's going to try to slow hand it tomorrow. What was that? Was that Sade slow hand? One all over with a slow. I can't remember who had that. No. Craig says yes. I see it. That's almost as exciting as the new phone books getting delivered there to the gas station. Things are going to start happening to me now. All right, well, good. So at least on Facebook, you can see it. Ryan jumping in on Facebook Live, 34-21 Tech. Any more? What was it? CJ up there earlier had 17. If you told me, not just Texas Tech, but any college football defense would only give up 21 points a game, I would take that every night and every day, and morning games and games on Labor Day and whatever Boxing Day is in Canada and England, that 21 now is the old like 10. I think, a lot of you guys are smart. The people who watch this show and contribute and do everything on this show, you guys are smart. I don't think a lot of fans understand how hard it is to hold a college football team that has any sort of a pulse below 24, 27 points. Every rule, everything about it is designed to help the offense score. Everything is against the defense. So when I see like a 34-21, I'm looking at the defense going, that's a great job. Craig on Facebook, I remember looking through the Feist phone book when it would come out. I went to the back, got all the pizza coupons, and this was, you got to be a certain age, I guess, to where you were, getting all the coupons, bagging the phone book. Dry cleaners, 100% used it on dry cleaners. Doing tech, sports, and play-by-play and stuff, I had to everything dry clean for the most part back in the day. So, yeah, I was using that. Then you had the pizza coupons, and then you had the random other coupons and everything else. Yeah, we would cut them up, put them in Ziploc bags or whatever, and just have them labeled, pizza, burgers, this, anything else. What do you need? All right, let's go. I would keep that in my kitchen, is where I kept all those for the most part. Surely I'm not the only one. Are we? Is it ready? Are we time or nearly time to have the tough discussion? Now, those of you who are on YouTube, and we love you on YouTube, man. YouTube growing. Everybody, even if you don't watch the show on YouTube, I'm going to say this again. Sign up, subscribe to our channel. You don't have to watch it there. Just subscribe because it grows the metrics and it helps great people like Sideline Provisions get their message out. Shropshire Agency, all of that stuff. That's good stuff. Arctic Air. So everybody who watches this, even if you don't want to watch it on YouTube, just subscribe to it. That's fine. Same thing with Facebook. If you're on YouTube, just go like our Facebook page, and then Twitter at Ryan Hyatt Media. Follow us there. Don't cost nothing, and we do everything we can around here. We have amazing sponsors that allows us to keep everything out here, not behind a paywall. And my pledge to you is, as long as I do this, I will do everything I can to never have any content behind a paywall. I'm not opposed to it. I like making money. By gosh, if I figure I can make more money doing it, screw you guys, I'm hitting in a paywall. But I don't want to. And I don't think I'll ever have to, because we have such great traffic, and you guys do such a good job, and our advertisers and clients understand that. Part of what you can do, though, is when you hear me talk about a client, go to their Facebook page, hit them up, say thanks for being a part of Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. It's that simple. You don't even have to go buy nothing. Just let them know you heard it. Now, if you want to go buy something, hell yeah, that's even better. But just when you can, thank them for being a part of it. Looking around the Feist phone. You get your comments in, your questions in, your thoughts in, thanks to United Supermarkets. It might be a little awkward. Actually, when you're checking out, you don't have to tell the checker, hey, thanks for being a part of Raiderland. I just want to let you know, Jimmy, we appreciate it. You probably shouldn't do that. When I get right down to it, there's probably better ways to do that. Got to be careful what I say sometimes. Keeping up with my friends in the indirect path of the hurricane. So we're keeping up with that right now. Everybody's good my people are good. Some of them are soggy and a few are without power, but everybody's all right. Now we need to have a great conversation tonight. I want to get your thoughts on this. All right. This is not easy for me to do. You can still fire away with your tech score predictions for Cincinnati tomorrow. We will have Raiderland Rewind tomorrow night after the game. Come hell or high water or anything in between, we will be with you tomorrow night. Not going to make you wait until Sunday. We might do something different on Sunday, but we'll be with you tomorrow night after the game. So get ready for that. Now, I've been watching TV since I was a little kid. I kind of pay attention to the advertisements and everything else, who's on it, who's doing what. And I have noticed here over the last few weeks and days that a national treasure, an American icon, an actor that I would not think is broke, maybe broke. I don't know if you guys have any idea who I'm about to bring up, but Sam Elliott is doing USSA ads with Rob Gronkowski. Rob Gronkowski. We love Gronk. Ain't got nothing against Gronk. Gronk got to make a living. Gronk do good with his money. But all of a sudden, here's Sam Elliott doing ads with Gronkowski, and I'm thinking, I mean, Sam Elliott doing ads? What are we doing here? What's going on? And are you broke? Is everything okay? Now, some people have already asked the question with him doing, I don't know if you've seen the ad, he's doing a read through like you're auditioning for the ad, and Gronkowski tells him, you're in. And he said, I'm already in. I'm a veteran. And he is. Sam Elliott, California Air Guard, 1960s. Honorably served, never called up. And I don't want to have a conversation about the Vietnam War and those who did and those who didn't and what they did and how they did it or whatever. All right? Ain't going to have that discussion. That's not it. But my gosh, Sam, is everything okay? I thought things worked out pretty well in 1883. Maybe one of his best roles ever. You're going to die. Go down, lay by the side of the river. You're going to die. If I see you in town again, I'll kill you myself. You understand? And Gronk is just horrible in the ads. So I'm worried about Sam Elliott. Can we do some research? Can we find out if everything's good? Now, to have some fun with this, in addition to Texas Tech, Cincinnati score predictions, fire those away. What do you got tonight? Give us the most Texan thing you have done this week. What is the most Texan thing you have done this week? I reached into, in the chicken coop where they roost to get eggs, and I didn't even look, and I reached in and got some eggs out, and I thought, that could have been dumb because I'm scared of snakes, and they get up in there. Got away with it. So what was the most Texan thing you have done this week? We want you guys to be more Texan. And then if we let's have some fun. Sam Elliott, your favorite roles, your favorite movie appearances, everything else. Sam Elliott, because apparently he's working for the money. I made some money off Sam Elliott back in the 90s. I used to do a lot of voice work, character work, voice work, different things for ads and stuff. You probably never heard it. It was usually outside the market. But he made me a little bit of money back in the 90s. The whole, the beef, it's what's for dinner deal. And, everybody wanted to kind of have something like that. Yeah, thank you. It was good. Alan jumps in. I was wondering if it was about Will Ferrell. Now, he may actually be broke. It's entirely possible, but not this time. Sam Elliott probably offered a hefty check and a low-interest auto loan by USSA. Already in. Worked. I missed the something that Pool Paramedic did. Gronk is the textbook definition of a dumb football player, but he's not. He's brilliant. He has been incredible with his money. He has invested. Gronkowski is like a multimillionaire 10 times over. He didn't spend any of his paycheck hardly. Literally living frugal. He comes across, he's like crazy like a fox. Trust me on this, Craig. Gronkowski's super smart. Very, very smart. And has a ton of money. Rod, Sam looks skinny and sick. Well, okay, here's the deal. Sam Elliott's not a big dude. Thought you'd be taller. He's not a big dude. Never been a big dude. They shoot those guys like they're a big dude. Same thing. Patrick Swayze wasn't a big dude. So yeah, he's always been a lean, skinny guy. Plus, he's 102 years old. Didn't know I did that. Yeah, Hank Hill made me some money back in the day. Sam Elliott made me some money. We did some money. Elliott's harder to do now than he was back then, by the way, when it comes to doing the voice work. Paul, most Texan thing you did worked. All right, there you go. Yeah. Hey, this is a good time to do a caller clinic, as Rush Limbaugh used to call it. When you text in, be very specific and kind of give a backstory when you text in, because I know you're hearing me say it and you text in your reply. Well, not everybody else knows, and I don't even know what sometimes I said 38 seconds ago. So good answer. Good answer there. Jan says Sam is 80, still married to Catherine Ross. For The Graduate and the greatest bicycle riding scene of all time, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Craig, where Sylvester Stallone, yeah, he's like 5'7" tops. You know, they shoot those guys. So if you want to roll out last 5 minutes, your favorite Sam Elliott movie roles, Jim Ed Love and High Low Country, little known Western that came out in 1998 or 9, I think 98. It's hard to find, very hard to find if you ever get it. By the way, the screenplay for that, the book was written by a guy from Ropesville, Texas. For those who don't know, it's called The High Low Country, really good. I think one of his best roles is Sergeant Major Plumley, a actual historical figure from the Vietnam War, and We Were Soldiers, based on the book by General Halmore, We Were Young Once and Soldiers, and it's hard to beat that. Yeah, he was good in the Sackets. Was he in Conager? I'm trying to remember if he was in Conager or not. And of course, you got him in Tombstone. You got him where? There we go. The Double Deuce. Watch out, mijo. And then I thought what he did in 1883 with the Taylor Sheridan production was fantastic. So, Sam Elliott apparently needs the money. He's doing the ads. Doing a good job on the ads. I'm impressed. I'm impressed on it. Score predictions, most Texan thing. You guys got about 3 minutes or so. Start typing in. Let's do it. What's funny is I could do a better Sam Elliott now than back when I was actually getting paid to do. Don't y'all remember the radio ads that you used to hear in the 90s where it'd be something they'd have the tagline, it says celebrity voices impersonated, or something like that. Hi, I was the celebrity voice impersonated. And got paid like crap because most of the they went and did a lot of voice work in Canada, and they still do. There's a ton of voice work done in Canada. It's cheaper and they get better rates up there. Most of the United States, you have to be a member literally to do the voice work of the Screen Actors Guild, SAG, just like the actors, that you have to be a union. Now, Texas was a right to work state, which meant I could do it, but it also meant I didn't have a whole lot of leverage. So I might, do a read for, 30 seconds, 45 seconds and get $75 a pop. No residuals whatsoever. That there was a, car dealership in, what the hell, Ardmore, Oklahoma or something like that. Yeah, they want somebody to do Hank Hill. All right, I can do that. Or they want somebody to do, I did Casey Kasem for a little while. And I can't do it at all anymore. I did a couple of Casey Kasems. He was great. With Scooby Doo, like zoinks, man, they're coming to get us. We're all gonna be dead. I think we got the herpes, Scoob. I can't do that one either anymore. The Big Lebowski, fantastic. Who did that? Was that Craig? Yeah, Craig jumps on the Big Lebowski. Yeah, but the big thing was if you could do anything remotely related to sounding Texan, if you could do anything remotely sounding Texan, once the beef, so what's for dinner? If you could do anything like that, beef, so what's for dinner? Then you could do stuff with a Texas accent, and you could make a little money off that around the country and other places because again in the 90s they were kind of fascinated by the whole Texas accent. I wish I could do Hank Hill again. Hank Hill's hard to do now for me. It's a that voice is a pace voice. It's part of what he says, but it's really the way Judge does it. It's a pace voice. I'll tell you what, Peg. It's not even 9 a.m. and that boy is not right. Well, if you want to get right, come on down to McGavick and buy you a new truck. At least they're right down there. My God, Bobby, are you going to eat that sausage? It's hard to do. It's a pace deal. Voice work is fun though. I also did, and this is great. I did training manuals. Y'all ever take a job where you had to watch a video, like a training video? I did training videos for like ironworks and union works and safety deals and working with concrete and having to do this. I have no idea what I'm reading. And all I can think of while I'm doing these things is that there's no way I can hide my accent, you know? There's no way I can hide my accent. So there's some guy sitting in Poughkeepsie listening to this thing going, what the hell is this guy talking about? I don't know what I was talking about. Also, did some intros and different things for college football team highlight reels and highlight films and things like that. There is one out there for USC. It was a recruiting roundup. It was a recruiting roundup for USC in the early 2000s, and I don't know if Pete Carroll was there or not. Yeah, there are people that have like this DVD, like the 2001 or 19 or 2000, probably 2000, somewhere through there. Recruiting Day Roundup, brought to you by British Petroleum. Hello, Trojan fans. It was a beautiful Wednesday as the fax machine was humming in West LA. I'm going to get my hand on that. Let's see. Craig, I hate it when Hollywood makes us Texans sound like we're ignorant and stupid. Yeah. Most of the people that do a fake Texas accent don't know how to do it. 100%. We're total green, white checker. That's okay. It's Friday night. You can still get your scores in. Most Texan thing you've done. Yeah, the Texan accent. There's no such thing as a Texan accent. I took several linguistic courses at Texas Tech, and one of them really focused on regionalism and accents and the growth of accents throughout the country and where they came from, everything else. So basically, the Texan accent, as we know it and understand it today, really didn't exist until the late 1800s. It was a byproduct mainly of people immigrating into the South in Georgia, and they came in out of debtors' prisons, and they were the lowest. So you had a Cockney accent. That Georgia accent that you hear morphed as it went through the South and ended up in Texas from the 1830s, 1840s, 1850s, Texas Revolution. They come in, and a lot of what you hear on what we would call a Texas accent is really a lower class British accent. The drawl. What's the movie with the really cute brunette? where he tries to teach her how to speak. I just blinked out. So that's actually where the Texas accent comes in. Comes in also with an inflection of Ireland, Scottish and Ireland. You had a lot of Scotch Irish as well. So you had all that blending together as it came in through places like Galveston and Marshall, Texas, and San Augustine, and everything else. I've known you 25 years, never knew this about me. Yeah, we talked about, you just never paid attention to me doing it. Interesting set of work experience. My Fair Lady, thank you very much. My Fair Lady. So that accent in My Fair Lady is really similar. Her bad accent, not when she gets refined, but the bad accent is very similar to what you would have heard in the 1800s of a lot of women speaking in Texas. But it slowed down as it moved across the southeastern part of the United States. That drawl slowed down. Been very close both times. I've picked on here 2-0, says Reckham, going 24-20 Tech. That'll be close. I'll take it. You just want the win. That's all that matters. Craig, My Fair Lady. Everybody, Craig knows My Fair Lady. Craig knows My Fair Lady. You heard that girl on Yellowstone, her Texas accent is a crime against nature. Not sure which version of Yellowstone. I've watched Yellowstone a little bit. I couldn't get into it. I like the other ones better. You know, the one with the pink hair. So it's the modern day one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can't give you anything on that. Love the horse racing scene in My Fair Lady. It's well done. Movie magic. I'm going to say a word. Jared, Texans were hired in Hollywood during the 30s and 40s as movies began to move away from silent pictures. And Craig, not ashamed at all. Like My Fair Lady. Hey, I know the movie. I just couldn't think of the name. It's okay to like a musical. Truly, 100% it's okay. All right. You know what? We didn't get to. Oh, that's right. Collier's doing high school football tonight. I was waiting for David Collier to chime in on he's busy doing high school football. So what we determined tonight, Sam Elliott potentially broke, having to do ads with Gronkowski, and we all need to support him by watching all the movies we can, every movie we can watch for him. Most Texan thing we've done this week. I forgot to pay attention. I reached in the chicken coop and into roost area, and I grabbed eggs without looking at it and get bit by a rattlesnake, and I'm happy. And then score predictions for Tech and Cincinnati tomorrow night. I've got it 33-24 Texas Tech. We will be back with you tomorrow night after the game. No matter when it finishes, we'll be back with you tomorrow night, and we'll have Raiderland Rewind brought to you by Thacker Jewelry, West Texas Originals. We'll have a great time doing it. Might have to stay up a little bit late, so get ready for it. Everything else, going to do that. We want to thank Sideline Provisions at Quarter 4, the old Cardinal Sports Center, for being a great sponsor. Go out there, get you a new shirt, look nice, get you a hat. All right, Shropshire Agency. Check out their website, the new home and vehicle protection plans that they offer. Very unique, very different. United Supermarkets in Boot City. Of course, everything we do right here in the Arctic Air Studios. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. The air is Arctic. All right, let's see. A couple more before we get out of here. Jared, most Texan thing I did this week, survive teaching school today. Craig, apparently Odessa Permian is playing some school that came all the way from Alabama. Hadn't paid attention to that. Well, good on them, because they've had a tough time recently beating teams that come all the way from San Angelo. Jared, Tech 38, Cincinnati 28. We get to live with that, right? We'll do that. All right, you guys are the best. We're going to post this on our website, theraiderland.com, here in just a little while. I want you guys to share this if you can when I post that. Spread the word. Invite people in. You guys are the best. We love the conversation. Everything is fun. But everything you can do to grow Raiderland, including all the replay people tonight, follow us on our YouTube page, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. Follow us on Twitter at Ryan Hyatt Media and on Facebook. Full Paramedic says it best. Appreciate y'all. We do. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Raiderland Rewind. Have fun. Be